If you still believe money works the way your parents, teachers, and favorite influencers told you, you've already been misled, and what I'm about to show you will make that painfully clear. And it gets worse and funnier. Because the truth is, most people aren't broke because they don't work hard, they're broke because they believe 5 ridiculous money myths that quietly sabotage them for years. And the scary part is, these misconceptions sound smart, responsible, and even safe. Let's start with the first one, and it's the favorite lie of almost every middle-class household. Misconception number 1, if I just work harder, I'll eventually get rich. We were taught that effort equals income, like it's some universal law of physics. But if that were true, nurses, construction workers, and single parents would all be millionaires. Think about a nurse working double shifts every week, physically and emotionally exhausted, yet still living paycheck to paycheck. Or a restaurant owner grinding 16-hour days, only to realize that without systems and delegation, they've just bought themselves a stressful job. Meanwhile, someone who builds a simple digital product once can sell it thousands of times without adding more hours to their week. Income isn't directly tied to how hard you work, it's tied to the value, leverage, and scalability of what you do. One person can work 80 hours a week and barely move ahead, while another builds a system that makes money while they sleep. Hard work matters, but without leverage, it's just expensive exhaustion. Misconception number 2, debt is always bad. This one sounds responsible, mature, and even morally superior. But lumping all debt together is like saying all food is unhealthy. Consumer debt used to buy things that lose value is dangerous. For example, putting a vacation on a high-interest credit card that you'll still be paying off 2 years later is a financial trap. Or financing the newest luxury car that drops in value the moment you drive it off the lot. But strategic debt used to buy assets can multiply your wealth. Using a mortgage to purchase a rental property that generates monthly cash flow is completely different from buying a depreciating gadget. Or taking a business loan to expand operations when you already have proven demand and positive margins. Corporations borrow constantly to expand, acquire, and grow, and nobody calls them irresponsible. The real issue isn't debt, it's whether the debt produces cash flow or drains it. Avoiding all debt out of fear can actually limit your financial growth for decades. Misconception number 3, saving money will make me wealthy. Saving is important, but it's defensive, not offensive. You can only cut expenses so much before you run out of things to cut. You can cancel subscriptions, cook at home, and skip vacations, but eventually there's nothing left to trim without shrinking your life. But there is no ceiling on how much you can earn if you increase your value or build assets. A software developer who learns high-demand skills can double their income within a few years. An employee who starts a small side business could create an entirely new income stream that grows beyond their salary. Inflation quietly eats cash sitting in the bank while you feel safe. Wealth isn't built by hoarding money, it's built by owning things that grow. Misconception number 4, investing is basically gambling. This fear keeps millions of people out of the very systems that build long-term wealth. Gambling is short-term risk with negative odds. Investing is calculated ownership in productive assets over time. When you buy shares of a profitable company, you're buying a piece of its future earnings, not rolling dice at a casino. Someone who consistently invests in diversified index funds for 20 years is playing a completely different game than someone chasing hot tips. Time in the market has historically rewarded patience far more than panic ever has. Misconception number 5, rich people are just lucky. Luck exists, but it's wildly overrated. Most successful people position themselves where opportunities are more likely to appear. A content creator who posts consistently for 5 years before one video goes viral didn't just get lucky. An entrepreneur who attends industry events, builds relationships, and refines their skills increases the probability of breakthrough moments. They build skills, networks, and assets long before the big break shows up. When preparation meets opportunity, outsiders call it luck. But behind every overnight success are usually 10 invisible years of groundwork. Here's the uncomfortable truth tying all 5 myths together. Most financial beliefs we inherit were designed for stability, not wealth. Schools train employees, banks sell safety, and media amplifies fear. None of them are designed to optimize your financial freedom. The moment you question these assumptions, your strategy changes. You stop chasing hours and start building leverage. You stop fearing debt and start analyzing it. You stop hoarding cash and start acquiring assets. You stop treating investing like a casino and start treating it like ownership. And you stop blaming luck and start building positioning. Money isn't emotional, but people are. The biggest financial breakthroughs happen when logic finally overrides inherited fear. If you unlearn just one of these myths, your trajectory can shift for decades. Question what sounds safe, analyze what sounds risky, and remember, wealth usually hides behind uncomfortable truths. For more related videos to saving money, click the image that appears on the left. Thank you for watching.